Hi everyone, it's Tatyana from Tatyana's Everyday Food and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I have a special cake recipe for you guys. I'm going to show you how to make this lavender and peach cake with purple ombre frosting. And this cake is really just something else. It's going to be perfect for a special occasion such as a birthday party, and your party guests are going to be blown away by the unique and delicious flavor here. So I'm going to make lavender cake layers. We're going to add some peach preserves into the filling, and then I'm going to make a purple meringue buttercream frosting to finish things off. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make this show-stopping cake. I've measured out 1½ cups of white granulated sugar and placed it into a large bowl. To that I'm going to add 3/4 cup of softened butter, and I've just softened it at room temperature. I'm going to use my hand mixer to cream the butter and sugar together until it's light and fluffy. To my butter and sugar mixture I'm going to add in 4 large eggs. Next, I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of lavender oil, and it's really concentrated, so you want to be careful not to add too much. And I'm going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm going to use my mixer to cream all this together. Then I'm going to add in 1 cup of milk, and I'm going to add in a little bit of purple gel food coloring. And now for my dry ingredients, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Just take a spoon and toss all that together. I'm going to use a fine mesh sifter to add the flour into my batter. And then give it a whisk after each addition. I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've lined 3 8-inch cake pans with parchment paper on the bottom, but you can also do this with just 2 8-inch pans. So I'm going to set it here on my scale, and I'm going to weigh out the batter. And I'm going to bake my cakes in my preheated oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Today I'm going to be making a meringue buttercream. So the first step to this buttercream is making a simple sugar syrup. So I have 1 cup of white granulated sugar. I'm going to add that into a small saucepan along with 1/3 cup of water. I'm going to take my syrup over to the stovetop, and I'm going to cook it over medium heat until it reaches a temperature of 240 degrees Fahrenheit. While my sugar syrup is cooking, I'm going to place 5 large egg whites into my mixer bowl. And I'm going to beat them on high speed just until they reach soft peak stage. I have my egg whites whisked to soft peak stage, and my sugar syrup is all ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it slowly down the side, whisking the egg whites at the same time. You want to keep whisking your egg whites for about 5 minutes until you get stiff and glossy peaks. And now it's time to start adding the butter. So I'm going to be adding 1 pound or 4 sticks of butter, and I'm going to add a little bit at a time and whisk after each addition. So the frosting is going to look a little funny once you start adding the butter. It's going to deflate a little bit, but don't worry, everything's going to work out fine. Just keep whisking and it's going to turn out well. I've added all my butter, and now I'm going to add in about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I've scraped down the sides of my bowl, and now I'm just going to keep whisking this on high speed until the buttercream comes together nicely. Alright, so I have my frosting ready, and I've split it up into 3 separate bowls. So 1 bowl I'm going to keep white, and the other 2 I'm going to add a little bit of purple color. So one of them I'm going to make really deep purple, and the other one I'm going to make like a medium shade. I have my cake layers completely cooled, and I used a long serrated knife to cut off the top to level them off a little bit. And now I'm going to add in my filling. So today I'm using some peach preserves. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup to each layer, and then use a spoon and kind of press it into the cake layer so that it gets absorbed. Then I'm going to add my frosting. So today I'm going to start with my darkest color of purple. Just drop it right on top, and use a spatula to spread it evenly to the edges. I'm going to add on my second cake layer and add some more peach preserves. And I'm going to add on my final cake layer. I'm going to seal the cake first with a light crumb coat of my white frosting. I'm gonna start by applying my dark purple frosting on the bottom first. Just go around the cake and add a little dollop. And then right above that layer, I'm gonna add on my light colored purple frosting. And then I'm gonna take my offset spatula and gently start working that frosting flat against the side of the cake. I'm gonna drop a drop of my food coloring on the bottom on my flat spatula here, and I'm just gonna drag it along the bottom of the cake to give it a super saturated look right at the bottom. I've transferred all my leftover frosting into a pastry bag, and now I'm just gonna add little dollops on the top of my cake to finish it off. All that's left to do now is dig in and give it a try. Let me tell you guys, the unique flavor of this cake is just mind-blowing. I absolutely love the lavender flavored cake layers. They're so moist and tender, combined with those sweet peach preserves, that meringue buttercream, all these things just melt in your mouth. It's such a unique flavor combination and it tastes so amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe. If you do make this cake, snap a photo of it and send it to me on Instagram, hashtagged with Tatyana's Everyday Food. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.